If you've seen a moose in northeastern Minnesota, consider yourself very lucky. The statewide moose population is in the midst of a 14-year decline, and the figures don't look to improve anytime soon because of birth numbers reaching record lows. A DNR discussion hopes to provide a reason for the sharp decline. Cameron Kramer has the story.
So we've gone from numbers in the mid 4,000 range back in the 1980s to fewer than 100 in about 20 years.
Numbers don't lie, and when they're put on a graph, the result is clear. Moose in Minnesota are becoming a thing of the past.
I've been a moose hunter ever since I was 18 years old.
Years ago, I shot a bull in western Minnesota, and you can't even hunt that area anymore.
The moose population in Minnesota has been decimated in recent years. DNR estimates suggest there are 4,900 left in the northeast part of the state, down 600 from last year. The DNR has used aerial surveys and radio collars to keep track of the animals. Of the 150 moose that were collared since 2002, 114 have died, and it's not from reasons you might think.
We thought this graph, this pie chart was going to be 75% wolves or something like that, and it ended up being only 7%.
It's not wolves are being hit by cars, but possibly disease and parasites that researchers link to a changing climate.
In October and September, a time when they should be in prime condition, and these moose had zero fat reserves.
The depleted fat reserves mean the moose are expending more energy to survive and possibly weakening their immune system. While the culprit behind the population decline is still uncertain, the standing room only audience proved this animal was special to Minnesotans.
If you look at the records of businesses across Minnesota, I think there's over 300 to 400 different business licenses that have the moose name in it.
You know, in Minnesota, we really don't have that many big game animals, so it's kind of nice to have that moose, you know.
The challenge of it, the hugeness of the animal and stuff like that, and the meat. I enjoy the meat.
Cameron Kramer, Lakeland News.
Researchers have devised a high-tech collar system that sends out a text message when a tagged moose's heart rate drops, so researchers have a better chance to find the animal before it dies.